I was promised there weren't going to be cameras. I've just got out of the shower. Thanks. Confidence boost.
Right, Anton, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. How does it feel?
Really good. To be fair, I woke up this morning, sometimes you just get a good feeling, and I woke up this morning with a good feeling, and thankfully I was proven right, so I know to trust my gut. But yeah, I think, to be fair, second half I don't think we strung more than 5 passes together at all, but it was just backs to the wall, battling away, and I'm really, really proud of the effort that we put in, and 2 wonderful goals in that first half.
So you've had many ups, many downs as a City player. How does that compare to other days?
Very, very high. I'd put it very high. I think against Chelsea, we always seem to play them in the closing stage of the season when there's a lot on the line. So it's always such an intense, high-pressure game. And to come out on top, I think we knew they might maybe be a little bit fatigued from the week because we know how hard it is travelling away to Champions League and then having to come back into a big game at the weekend. And I think we just sort of fed off that. We knew they might be lacking a bit of energy, and in that first half we just really, really went for it and pushed. And it's nice to get a win over them because I feel like in these sorts of games over the last few years they've managed to nick it, or we've drawn, and Katzenberger usually pulls out a few worldies to deny us, but luckily today we managed to get it past her.
What kind of message does that send to everybody else that, yeah, we're contenders for us?
I think it's... We beat Arsenal when it was a big game, and we've beaten Chelsea when it's a big game, so it just shows that when we need to sort of be there, we can do. And we obviously play Arsenal and United, our other title rivals as well, and need to beat them and hope that Chelsea slip up. But I think it just shows that we are peaking at the right time. I feel like last weekend against Villa, the result was a blip because we performed quite well and probably deserved to win the game. So I think we're on a really good run of form, and hopefully coming into the end of the season we can keep that up, keep putting our points on the board, and just hope that others slip up where we need them to.
Amy?
Can I ask you a bit about the belief in the team? You know, Gareth has been saying, the players have been saying as well throughout the season that, you know, they feel they can win the title. You know, despite the fact that it might not look on the table like, you know, the right up there just yet. But what has that belief been through the season? How important has that been to get you into this position now?
I think it's something that we've had from the very beginning and we've never lost. I know Gaz alludes to the first 2 games of the season when we lost, and I feel like a lot of people were sort of counting us out, talking about the players that had gone over the summer and saying that we wouldn't be able to compete necessarily without them. But I think within the team, we've always had it in our minds that we're capable of challenging at the top of the table, Champions League being the bare minimum we expect from the team, but knowing that we're capable of challenging from the title. And I mean, I've been telling family members for months and months that we're hoping to win the league, and I sort of get met with sniggers and giggles as if, oh, come on, Esme, get real. But obviously we've managed to just chip away in the background and climb the table, and we've got ourselves into a position now where everyone genuinely considers us title challengers, and that's a really happy place for us to be after how hard we've worked to get here.
She's not always in front of you in the back line, but I think one thing that stood out for me today was her work rate to get back to defend as well. It sounds like quite a lot when you watched it. What is that like as a fullback to have a winger in front of you, but you know when, you know, things get quite gritty and try to grind out the result, that this player's not just a star that's going to go forward, but she's tracking back in the team, you know, really working together.
Yeah, it's really special, and all of our wings are like that. They've got such good work ethic, and Lauren today, bless her, she's been struggling with an ear infection over the last few days, so I was sat across from her in our pre-match meal, and she was sort of looking all down in the dumps, like obviously in a lot of pain. I was like, come on, Lauren, you're going to have the best game of your career today, believe. And she ground away, scored an amazing goal, and she does graft so hard. She's always there sort of fighting back, pressing, battling. And I've heard Usain Bolt's just asked for a shirt, so she must have impressed. I don't know when he did, but she just came to me, she was like, Ez, guess who's just asked for my shirt? And I was racking my head through the Chelsea team thinking who she had a battle with today. They might have wanted it after. I was too tired to think of anyone. She was just like, Usain Bolt. Couldn't believe it. Must be the pace.
Okay.
Lauren.
Lauren.
right next year. How important is the experience of those two players who've got a vast amount of experience in the game, in games like this, for players like yourself?
It's huge because they just organise everyone else. There's moments in the second half when Chelsea are coming at us and we're a little bit against it, struggling to maybe clear the ball properly and get up and out of our own half, but they're just reassuring presences. Steph's so vocal in terms of just organising everyone else on the pitch, and Alex is a player, you know, when these balls are getting pumped into the box, she's just going to charge through and get a head on it, and you can look to those players as like, yeah, they've got my back, we're okay here, and you know that they've been in these situations, backs to the wall before, and managed to fight through and win the game, so it's huge having players like that around you.
And I know, like, on the flip side, there's the opposite end of the pitch, you've got obviously Bonnie up top as well. She's so handy to relieve pressure in moments like that, and she gives you an option like an outpour. How important is Bonnie from a defensive perspective and giving you that outpour when you are under pressure?
Yeah, I think when you can just clear it up the pitch and know that Bunny's going to cause the defenders hassle as it reaches there, it's so important. And so often she's so deceptive in her movements, and for someone who's such a powerful player, has got a really delicate touch, and she can just bring it down and kind of swerve her hips away from pressure and manages to just get us up the pitch and drive us and give us a bit of relief so we can get out. And she's been so important, obviously, in front of goal, but as you say, from a defensive perspective, knowing we can clear the ball and it's going to stick with her is a really, really good attribute as well. Thank you.
Charlotte? I can't remember which goal. Maybe the first goal. The second goal. All the attackers were up the pitch, but you as a defensive crew kind of celebrated. How important was it that, you know, for A, in the lead up to that goal, but also B, keeping a clean sheet today?
That was huge. I think, to be honest, I was just too tired to run up to join everyone else, so I just turned around to Alex and Steph. I thought, oh, they'll do to celebrate with. But I think these big games, if you can, obviously it's such a cliche, but if you can keep them out, then you've got half a chance. And knowing that we were 2-0 up at half time, we knew that we were desperate to get the third goal, because obviously if it goes 2-1, then the momentum swings and it can become a bit nervy. But I felt for the most part, besides Loophole's volley maybe at the end, we felt really secure, and I never really felt concerned that we were going to concede at all. And I think to have that sort of reputation as a team who can stick it out when it gets tough, coming into the latter stage of the season, is going to be really important, to have that sort of defensive stoutness, throwing bodies in front of the ball, clearing it when we need to. And I think that's something we did for the most part quite well today, was recognising when it wasn't on for us to play our normal short passing style, when sometimes you've just got to hoof it.
We know that new players came in, there was a lot of turnover, that took time, and also they needed to adapt to a new system. But apart from those factors, what else has changed since the start of the season?
I actually don't think anything has, to be honest. As I say, I think we've had the belief from the start. All the girls who came in, bedded in and settled so quickly, all such great people. And it's just made it really easy for us to come together as a team. I think this season there's just been such a great atmosphere within the squad when we've had little setbacks like we did at the start of the season, like we did on Sunday losing in the FA Cup. We don't sort of split off and start pointing fingers and blaming. We just really stick together, and it's kind of just an on to the next one attitude, we'll fix it. So I think we've just obviously had people slot in, got a greater understanding, and individuals I think have hit form as well, which is really, really important for us. And yeah, I don't think that much has changed from the start of the season, just that we've clicked and we're on form now.
Any further questions, guys? Perfect. We'll look at that. Thank you very much, everyone.